Okay, hello everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is March the 19th, which is a Saturday, and I'm going to proceed with a daily tarot card reading. Now, I also like to state that this podcast, as well as YouTube channel, is for entertainment purposes. That means you come here because you have an interest in the paranormal, supernatural. I speak on topics such as angels, demons, spirit guides, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, soul travel, astral projection. So I give my own explanation or take on what I feel like is being conveyed. I feel like it's a language that is understood without being spoken. I do feel like God speaks to us in a covert manner. Believe it or not, oddly enough, I do feel that way. So basically this podcast is a synopsis of what I have gained in terms of insight, wisdom, and clarity over my 40 plus years. So that's how I know, Do I know everything? Do I profess to know everything? No, I do not. I think this life is a learning experience. We are all students. You will never stop being a student. Even if you're a teacher, you're still a student. That means you're constantly learning. There's constantly more things to learn. There's constantly more things to gain and understand. So, even that, when I speak to my children, I explain to them that even though your mom is grown and as such, you still are trained. There's still certifications if you want to go and get a certain job, or you want to earn a certain living, a certain type of living. There's certain trainings and certifications and college level courses and degrees that you can go attain to put yourself in better capability of earning more money. Or, you could just take up courses that may not be so expensive for personal development. Okay. So anyways, getting back to this podcast. So this podcast, as I mentioned, is for entertainment purposes. That means that if it just so happens to coincide or correlate with what you're dealing with or what you believe, that maybe by chance or even by happenstance, okay? So I am going to spread out my cards. I am working with my Psychic Tarot deck cards today. And I'm going to say a prayer, but prior to me saying my prayer, I want to pay homage to the Orishas that I favor. It's 4 Orishas. That is Bastet or Basset, Yamaya, Shango, and Osiris. You could call upon these deities for times that assist with enhanced cognition, knowledge, capability, understanding, wisdom. I use that term, but wisdom is not nothing that wisdom is something you get over time. So either you have it or you don't. It's nothing that you can ask for. It's something that is provided to you at a certain period of time. But enhancement is what I'm getting at. More clarity and understanding. I don't know what this reading is on, but I do feel like it is a relevant reading. I do. And so, give me just a moment. Dracer, come over here and give me this spray. That's my Florida water spray. Do bear with me for those who may be listening. Down there, I dropped it on the floor. Hand it here. Okay, thank you. Put both of the sprays there. Thank you. So this is here. I just taken that spray over. Okay. Now it may seem like I'm being sarcastic or comical, and I do have a, somewhat of a wicked sense of humor. But when it comes to spirituality, I am serious. Believe it or not, I am. So with the tarot card reading There's several spreads out there that you can use. In regards to your tarot card reading, I just so happen to like the 10 card Celtic Cross spread. That's the card of choice that I choose. The next person may use something totally different. But this is the one that I use. I'm going to take this down. This is a wig that I purchased. Didn't cost that much. And I think it's really nice. A really nice wig. Nice look. Kind of give me that bohemian style of look that I'm going for. A gypsy look that I'm going for. But I think it's really nice. It wasn't really want that much money. Okay. So, as I mentioned, the 10 card Celtic Cross comprises of 10 cards. You have 6 in the middle for additional cards. Oftentimes, if I need a little bit more clarity or understanding in regards to my reading, I may pull out 2 additional decks, supporting decks for more clarity on the reading. So I will proceed. Now, I also like to state that out of 10 readings, because as I mentioned before, I feel as though most people, all people, are psychic or psycho-like or intuitive. Some people be more sensitive than others. But I feel as though we all are like that. And when you invite those spirits in, they will come in and enlighten you on certain things. If you truly desire to, they will. And I feel as though, so it's all based on the person. So let me proceed. Also, what I was getting at it was, out of 10 readings, 3 to 4 times out of 10 readings, I am visited by presences. And when I say presences, I mean spirits, like the unseen, that comes in the brain, and the person is engaged differently, like it's a trance-like state, and you would know that a spirit has stepped in. And when I say spirit, I mean the unseen. Like, you could actually tap into the thoughts or the feelings of someone that's alive. You also can tap into the feelings and thoughts of someone who is no longer here. Like someone who has died. It could be friends, family, loved ones, ancestors that could come in and assist you with your reading. That is true. Okay, so let me pull my cards. I said 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, so I'm going to lay out my cards. Also, I'd like to state that if you're not into tarot card reading, and you think this may be foolish or pseudoscience, there's other podcasts that you are more than welcome to listen to. Okay? So we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So right now I have, for card 1, I have New Beginners card. This is the card that I have, New Beginners card. This is what the reading is on. This is what is surrounded around. New Beginners. And sometimes I could read the card verbatim, or I could go off of the picture that's associated with the card. Card 2, this is the burial or the hindrance. I have rest and rejuvenate. That's what I have. Card 3, this is what's above the situation. This is what you're trying to get at, or what's above the situation. I have the sacrifice card. Card 4, I have emotional withdrawal. And before I even go, God has already put in my spirit as to what this reading is applicable to. So I'm going to continue to lay the cards, and then we're going to speak on those topics. Okay, so card 5, I have this card. Disruption. Card 3, I have recognition and reward card. Okay, so, and just me laying those cards, this reading is applicable in reference to heritage. This reading is in reference to heritage. It was revealed to me over my conquest when I had my spiritual epiphany, because I've been visited by several spirits. Oftentimes, when I'm in that, you know how you go in the rapid eye movement, and you're between awake and like you're closer to being awake. So you're not exactly asleep, but you're not exactly awake. And oftentimes I go through these cycles throughout the night because I, begin to get hot during the night. And I'm not talking about that type of hot, but I'm talking about like my temperature changes. And I have to frequently get up, hot, cold, that sort of thing. And typically I get a lot of inclinations during these times to wait for hours or whatever. And you would notice how spirits, they visit during those times. And this is spirits in terms of the unseen, as well as, like when crimes and things are committed. Typically these things are done during the night or waking hours, or the early morning hours, late night hours, I should say. And that's when those spirits manipulate into our time and space, like they from another time and space into this one. You would notice that. And those who are sensitive to picking up that energy, that's what that is. This reading is in reference to heritage. It's in reference to heritage. The truth about heritage and what has been revealed to people. And oftentimes you will notice when a person is depressed, down and out, as such, this is God revealing to this person death, desire. Desire to, when the desire is for them to move forward, or the desires are not here for the people. This is God enlightening you that a lot of the things that are being written and told are not the truth. And what you are actually feeling and picking up on is the desires and the feelings of the first beginnings of people who were the first beginners. Like the primate people, the as they say, the indigenous people. Contrary to what popular belief is, I do feel as though the African black people are the true first people. They are. Despite whatever one-sided minded person may feel or think that is true, it's scientifically documented. It is scientifically documented. And so as I have here, in cards 2 position, I have rest and rejuvenate. I feel as though a lot of times when you have people that have a sense of sadness and despair, this is God enlightening you that a lot of the things that are being presented out in terms of knowledge and what is being spoken is not the truth. And when you have asked God for true revelation, this is how it comes. And it was set in you how a lot of people perpetuate lies when you know that they're not telling the truth. And this was this sense of sadness and agony comes from. Okay, so we have the sacrifice card. The sacrifice card is God letting you know that um, because of a lack of support and belief in oneself, is why you have the downfall or the breaking away of the people. Because of the lack of support. When you have ego in place where people think it's all about them, you will break down those spirits. It will never come in agreement. I have emotional withdrawal is the root of the issue. So this is why that feel of being self-fulfilled and it's all about self and individualistic. That's a sense of lack of identity, true identity. Recognition and reward card. A lot of people are not aware of where they come from. They're not aware of what the disruption comes from. They're not aware of why they're captivated in that mentality that they should always serve. There's nothing wrong with serving. There's nothing wrong with being there for your fellow man, your fellow woman. But when that is all that someone has got you thinking that you are good at, something is wrong with that, because that's not of God. We all supposed to serve and be, for a good cause. But you also want to suffer. When a person constantly feels the need to suffer, as I mentioned before in the episode, there is something going on with that situation. So we want to ask ourselves, well, what is that? Why does this person feel the need to want to suffer? What is it that caused this person to feel as though they need to suffer? And once we ask ourselves that, then we can proceed into understanding of self and identity. Card 7, I have fulfillment of wishes. This is the attitude. So it shows me, based on this reading, that many people are coming out of the woodworks right now. Like a lot of people are, there's a thirst and a hunger for knowledge and understanding of self. And identity is what that is. Like, I want to know what my roots. I want to know the truth about where I come from and what things were like in the beginning. Not only in, on a smaller scale in terms of family, but on a bigger scale, like me as a person, as a people. And then spiritually, where all of the makings and the things come from. Like, how did we all come into existence spiritually and as well as physically or naturally? Like, how it all began. Because I'm not made to come here to suffer and to be a slave. And everything's about the next person, and I'm supposed to be selfless and always pump up the next person. No. Part 8. Moving on. Physically surrounding. So I do show that those spirits has been summoned in this time and this space to assist those other spirits. It's time to move on. That mentality that everybody's supposed to suffer and everybody don't supposed to have anything and it's all about me and this, that, and that. It's time to move on. This is what the energy that presents to me lets me know. It's time for those spirits to move on. Because they have no desire for anyone to have anything. They want everybody stagnant. It's time for those spirits to move forward. Part 9, hopes, fears, and dreams. Positive move forward. That's confirmation. You would do it and you would do it with positivity. That means you would do it in such a manner to where you have accepted it. You're content with it. You have accepted it. You're not going to fight it. It's time to move forward. These are the desires of the spirits. It's time to move on. You have sung that same song, and people have already researched and gain insight that sun does not fall suit anymore over here. That's what that is. Card 10, we have the waiting game. God has revealed to the people. It was an illusion. It appeared to be that way. That is not what it is. That means it appeared to be that the first people was what presents to you now. No, the Native Americans, the natives to these lands, was of African descent. They was coming back and forth over here, and when those other countries came into existence and knowing what they were doing, then they began to turn against each other and sell each other out. That is the truth. That's something God revealed to me. These lands was already discovered before they discovered them. Who is they? The ones who are has the notoriety or has been adorned or put up to be the forefront of who discovered. No, these lands was here before this. They got here, and these peoples were here before those people's spirits got here. Plain and simple. I'm going to take 2 cards from the middle and 1 from the bottom. 1, 2, and 1 from the bottom. Okay, so I have 3 angel cards. The first one says, you are safe. Archangel Michael, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So basically, for those who are who are looking to move forward, those spirits that are looking to move forward, you are guarded. That means this is what the desires of God. This is the desires of God, and me telling you this. These spirits that has been summoned are, that has the wrong concept of things. This is God letting me know, not only are you safe in feeling that way and vocalizing your opinion. They're not going to do anything to you because of you telling the truth. They could get mad. We don't care how you get. That the truth is the truth. Leadership. Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. This means that, I have taken on that knowledge and understanding. As I mentioned before, these spirits are still here. Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, all of these people. If I sit back knowing that I know and have been revealed these things, they would do something to me. Like, they would get angry. If I continue to sit here and let people tell lies. Card 7, relationship harmony. Again, so it says, Archangel Raguel, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts excuse me, are being resolved right now. So things are being revealed to people. It's being put on the table. People are coming to know, oh, I thought, a lot of you thought. But what you thought was not the truth. So a lot of people, some people may wear these wigs and things for cosmetic reasons. Some of us wear these things to make you aware, as they say about people who have hair like this, applies to actually us. Meaning, we are the Native Americans. We are the natives to these lands, despite whatever contrary belief are. Don't let Satan fool you. That is the truth. I can tell you that wholeheartedly. And the reason why we go through depression and feeling sadness and stuff, because the truth, once the truth be revealed to you, it's going to break your heart. Because everything you taught was a lie. And oftentimes that guilt, that sense of guilt that you feel, is because you feel somehow, like I said, guilty about having these luxuries and such. Knowing that people are telling a lie. Plain and simple. Okay, so I'm not trying to start a ruckus, but I do feel like that was needed and warranted, despite whatever popular belief may be. As I mentioned, these are my opinions. Oftentimes when people, you see that you have a voice, or whatever they want to hear, could shut you down, shut you up, and water it down. This is to let you know this is what I say is correct. If a person voices their opinion and tell the truth, they get mad. So you are making my point. People don't want to hear the truth. But they'll hear lies and deceit all day. But when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear the truth. You catch my drift? So that's basically what that is. Simple as that. So I am going to close out this podcast for today with Spiritual Sense. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. So for those who are curious about tarot card reading, I don't hold classes, but I wouldn't mind, if you send me a message or whatever, I'll have to record it, and I can kind of guide you as to how you can read the tarot cards and what the tarot cards may be, essentially mean to you, or what is exactly explaining to you is what I'm getting at. But like I said, getting into tarot card reading, I promise you it's going to work in sync with your life and everything. It's just that serious. Okay. So anyways, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or even would like a class, you can comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.